I really have heard about this heresy too much. I really need to speak up about it. I I first heard this heresy from false teacher and false prophet Kerr, and I really think Kerr is possessed by the Jezebel spirit, and oftentimes when she speaks on behalf of God, it's actually the Jezebel spirit speaking these days. But I first heard this heresy based on one scripture verse in the Bible, or a couple of scripture verses in the Bible. They teach about this great wealth transfer, where there's a scripture in the Bible that says the wealth of the wicked will be laid up for the righteous. And they teach that ordinary people, ordinary Christians, are going to one day get millions of dollars from the unrighteous. It's like the people of the world that don't go to church are going to one day come up with millions of dollars and give them to you. It doesn't make any sort of sense, and the people who hear this heresy get excited that one day they're going to be millionaires. If you're a person who tithes 20 or 30% of your income, there's a good chance God, if this actual wealth transfer actually happened, there would be a chance that God would give you finances, because you've proven over many years. Like, I've tithed 30% of my income for 20 years. You've proven over those years that you're a giver, and if you're given $1 million, you'd probably give $900,000 back to the ministry. So God wouldn't. God would be able to trust you with finances. But I had a friend for many years, and she swallowed this heresy. She's swallowed this false teaching from Kerr for many years, and she kept on talking about one day being rich. And she wasn't a person who could consistently give to God. She wasn't a big giver. She's certainly not someone God would dump $1 million on. And the sad thing is that people who listen to these prosperity teachers and these false teachers in the Christian church that talk about this great wealth transfer, they don't tithe, they don't give, and it just wouldn't make sense that God would give a whole lot of people who are selfish and spend money on themselves. It doesn't make sense that if God did a miracle, that he'd give these people money. So I'm sorry. I can bet my whole prophetic life on this. I'd even go as far as to say I'll bet my relationship with Jesus on this, that it's not going to happen like that. Isaiah 60 promises that the wealth of the Gentiles will come to the righteous, but they're glory carriers, and only 2%, only the sons of God in the last days will be these glory carriers. So the funds and the riches may come to these glory carriers mentioned in Isaiah 60, but 98% of the Christian church are going to miss out on this transfer of wealth. So I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you believe in that heresy, and you're a proponent of that heresy. I'm sorry that this video is bad news for you, but the biggest asset that I have, the most precious thing that I have in the world, the thing that I wouldn't trade for anything, is my relationship with Jesus and my intimacy with Jesus, but I would trade that relationship with Jesus if I was proven to be wrong. I'm so confident in what I'm saying. You can look up the statistics. You can type into Google and you can type the percentage of American Christians that tithe, and you'll find only 5% of American Christians tithe 10%. That means 95% of Christians in America love God in name, but they don't love God in money. They haven't got their money where their mouth is. And the vast majority of Christians are selfish and live in the world and spend all their money on worldly lust. God certainly isn't going to pour wealth out on them just so that they can spend more money. It says in James, you have not because you ask not. And you ask and do not receive because you want to spend it on your pleasures. So if that's if that qualifies for you, if you're one of the 95% of Christians that don't tithe 10%, James says you're not going to receive money from God because you just want to blow it on yourself. So I'm not sure how many people are going to listen to this video. I wish this video could be played to 1 million people. But if you're one of my followers and you like hearing my transparent sort of teaching, I can guarantee, I guarantee with everything that's within me that this wealth transfer, as it's preached by the false teachers of the world, isn't going to happen the way that they teach it. I pray that you be blessed. I'd love to hear your feedback. God bless.